no plans at all. Evil man's always transcending. Fighter like sheep, swallow everything. Always simpletons or pretending.
This is your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. We talk about how our system of a capitalist democracy allows for such great individualism, right, and freedom. Yet here we are. Most of us wear the same stupid clothes, follow the same acceptable path with our lives, occupy our minds with the same shitty TV, and water everything down to a brownish-green paste of mediocrity that looks like rotten mashed peas with a Taylor Swift selfie on top, and can be easily digested by a faceless mob of identical-looking quote-unquote individuals. We're actually the victims of thought police. They stole our thoughts by forcing them all inside an acceptable pre-planned box. They then gift-wrapped it with a bow on top and told us it would make us popular. It would make sure we weren't outcasts. It would ensure our success. But if you take off the bow and look inside, it's just a dump. They took a dump in a box. Here in the age of corporation, people are now taking on the personality of the corporation. Managers administer things and people and then relate to those people as if they were things. It's all numbers on a spreadsheet now. Ironically, the more we rave about freedom and individuality, the more we take on the bland prefab soul of the corporation. We need an education system that from our earliest days teaches children how to fight against mass manipulation instead of adhere to it, how not to be sheep, how not to follow along blindly. In fact, I bet sheep are pretty offended by that comparison. Seriously, the sheep must be thinking to themselves, fuck you, man, comparing us to humans who fall in line and never question anything. First of all, we have a physical motherfucking fence holding us in, alright? What's your excuse? Oh, I have to work at this job so that I can afford the house I never see and the pool I never swim in and the vacation from the job. That's right, I work my ass off to pay for the escape from working my ass off. So that's the first way we sheep aren't like you, alright? And secondly, we fall in line because there's an asshole human standing there with a big stick and an angry dog and a hungry look on his face, alright? And I know for a fact that he eats lamb chops every Thursday. So we fall in line because you might eat us. You fall in line because a commercial with a pretty actress told you it's a good idea. The politician guy had a TV spot with an American flag flapping and an SUV. So you figure he probably has your interest at heart. So make all the fun of us sheep you want. But we have never done anything because a piece of fabric was blowing in the wind. Alright? We do things because you guys have fucking bolt guns. Last reason I'm offended by this analogy? We smell better. Be honest with yourself. We smell better. All I'm saying is at least sheep have a fence to point to. We humans are imprisoned inside this consumerist nightmare, this irritable cubicle syndrome of a life with only manipulation holding us in place. Our own minds are fenced in by tactics that Edward Bernays came up with 80 years ago, and we still haven't found a way around them. And I realize that this episode had an impressively long impersonation of a sheep without any effort to give the character the feel of a sheep, not a single meh or whatever the fuck, but that's because I went to the Mark Wahlberg School of Acting, where I just act like myself and then it's the audience's job to decide what I am. If they want me to be something else, that's their job. That's been your moment of clarity from LeeCamp.net. If you're offended that I made fun of Mark Wahlberg, good. That's called an opinion. You should have a lot of those. Hey, the worldwide wave of action starts this Friday. Go to waveofaction.org to learn more. Also, my new comedy special, We Are Nothing, will be out in the coming weeks at LeeCamp.net for digital download. Keep an eye out for that. Keep fighting.